Hey sewing friends, today I have a little fabric and pattern haul to share with you. So I chatted a little bit last week that I got to do a little fabric shopping when I was in the States. So I have a couple fabrics to show you, and then over like the Labor Day weekend, there were a ton of pattern company sales. So I scooped up a couple PDF patterns, and so I thought I would share which ones I got and what my plans are for them. So I didn't have a ton of time for fabric shopping when I was in America. To be honest, I had kind of thought I would get to do a little bit more, but yeah, between like my health kind of failing for a bit, and then like running around trying to see everybody, I didn't actually have a lot of fabric shopping time, but I did get to go to a couple of stores. So I popped into Joann for just like a quick minute, and I looked through their like special occasion fabrics. But yeah, that was just like a super quick trip. I meant to like get back to it, but I never did. I also got to go to Mill End Fabrics, which I hear about all the time on the Seamwork podcast. That's where Seamwork gets a lot of their fabrics for samples. It's this really huge warehouse. It's a family-owned company, I think like, I want to say since like the 1930s. They do rugs and they do fabrics, which I think is a funny combination. But I got to go to their like main, is it their flagship store? Is that what it's called? I know they have two locations. I got to go to one of them. I spent a lot of time in there, but I didn't end up actually like walking away with anything. I was tempted to buy some of the like swim or athletic wear fabrics, but I kind of knew that like by the time I got home, I would probably be like I'd be ready to move towards like more autumnal sewing. So I ended up not getting anything there. And then I went to Bolt, which is so far my favorite fabric store in the like Portland, Oregon area. And so I thought I would share what I got. So to start off with, I got a couple of things for the kiddo. So I have been letting her collect little iron-on patches, and the thought is that I'm going to eventually actually buy her a little denim jacket, and then we'll put all of the patches on. So yeah, but she's been collecting them for a while now, and now I'm like, she's almost 6. Do I like buy a couple sizes up so that she has more time with the fun patches? This one is really cute. It says adventure, and it has a little VW type bug van. And then this is an art gallery print that I let her pick out one of the fabrics at Bolt. They had so many cute, like this is a quilting cotton, but Ember absolutely loves ice cream, and it has, so they're little ice cream cones with smiley faces, but instead of ice cream, there's flowers in there. So she is super stoked about this. It's probably not going to be made into anything until next summer. Yeah, because it's very summery. It's, like I said, a quilting weight cotton. So probably going to wait on that for a while. But yeah, those were the two little like kiddo things that I got. And then moving into what I got for me. So I mentioned in my last video, one of the things that I got to do while I was in America was we got to go up to the Mount St. Helens observatory, and we actually got to watch the meteor shower like from the deck. It was called the Sky and Star Party. There were people brought telescopes. Like, it was so incredible. It was like a really, I can't even like talk about what an amazing experience it was. It was so incredible. So kind of to like commemorate that, I got a couple of star themed, a fabric, and then I got this iron-on patch for me. I have no idea where I'm going to put it, but yeah, it's got a sun and then a moon and stars on the bottom. This is called Antiquaria Mercantile, and they had so many of these gorgeous, gorgeous patches. I wanted every single one of them. Yeah, so this one is Antiquaria Mercantile. I'll try to link like everything that I can below. And then this one is from Lucky Sardine is the name of that brand. So really cute. Like I said, I wanted all of the Antiquaria patches, but I limited myself to just one. So that is that. And then I got these Intensely Distracted labels, and it says made of Starlight, which is going to go perfectly in whatever I end up making from this fabric. So I definitely got this one like feeling the Starry Night vibes. Now it is just like a polka dot. It's actually like in the weave, it is a double gauze, and I have pre-washed this, so it's a double gauze that is gonna like remain pretty smooth, not get like super crinkly, but it still has some really nice texture to it. So yeah, even though the dots are like very much on a grid, the color just like reminded me of the night sky. So it's kind of gonna be my like, oh, what is that called? Like commemorative, it's my commemorative fabric for the Sky and Star Party. Now I got a meter and a half of this, and I got it thinking I would make a Seamwork Madhu top. I made one in June out of a really similar like double gauze, and I absolutely love it. I've been wearing it so much. So that's what I was thinking with this one, but recently I found another pattern that I'll talk about in a minute that I'm thinking about. Well, I'll have to twirl it up first, but this might become a Joni instead of a Madhu, but I'll see about that. So that is the first one, my little like starry, not sky gauze there. And then I came across this fabric, which I just absolutely fell in love with the texture. This is what is it called? I think like a salt washed crinkle cotton lawn. So it is really quite thin. It is pretty much sheer. But it feels so good. It's so soft, but like bouncy and it's just really nice. I loved it. And it came in this color, and then they had like a deep cobalt blue, but I really like this kind of like, it's almost like corn on the cob yellow. It's not quite ochre. I guess it's like mustard. It's like yellow mustard color. So with this one, I'm thinking I want to make a Anthea blouse. I have a little bit more of this. I have 1.6 meters. So some kind of blouse is what I'm thinking with this. I kind of wish I had gotten enough to make a dress, but my thought in the store was like, oh, but it's sheer. Like I'll just stick with a blouse. But now I kind of wish I had gotten more of it because it is just so soft and like scrunchy and yummy. I absolutely love this one. Actually, with all of these, I'm really tempted to just like make them up now, even though they are definitely like more summery fabrics. Well, to me, at least these two are like more summery, especially for like the amounts of them that I have. It's not going to be anything like long sleeve. I won't be able to get like a shirt out of them. But it's also supposed to be a heat wave coming in this week. So I don't know. But yeah, I really love that one. So like I just can't like stop touching it. I love it so much. Okay, and then the last one, I saved the little tag. This was a remnant, and it's a jersey that is 47.5% organic soy and 47.5% organic cotton with 5% spandex. So it is a knit fabric. It feels really similar to a viscose jersey. It's on the like thinner side, but it has a lot of drape and is kind of like more it's not heavy. Like, it feels light, but it definitely has drape like a viscose jersey, but it feels softer. So I've talked a whole lot about the bamboo cotton jersey that I use all the time, and I'm really curious to see how this compares. So this was from the remnant bin, and I got all the card just said generous 1 yard, but it's actually a little over. I think I measured it at 1.1 meters before. I haven't washed it yet. So we'll see if I have no idea if like soy is something that shrinks or doesn't shrink. Yeah, I'm very curious. I have never worked with a soy-based fabric before, but it feels really good. This colorway is sold out. I got the last of it, but when I checked online, they had a couple colors still, so I will link that below if it's still available. But yeah, really nice and stretchy. I think I want to make a little t-shirt out of this if I can get a full t-shirt. Most tees for me are like 1.3 meters, but I have really been liking more of like a cropped like baby tee. So I think I'll look at the Dawson top by Helen's Closet. That has been my like go-to fitted t-shirt pattern, and see about shortening it, or I might go with the comfy tee from Pattern Scout. So those are the two I'm looking at, but either way, just like a little layering piece. I do think I want it cropped anyway because a lot of my sweaters are cropped, and I think this would be a really nice underlayer during the winter, and then like a little t-shirt that I can wear in the spring and summer as well. So I think it'll be really useful in my wardrobe. I'm probably thinking like something scoop neck that's not going to be like right up against my face. It is kind of a more, it's light and it's kind of in the cooler tone range, which generally doesn't look super great up by my face, but I really like it, and it's really like soft and smooth and not a color that I have much of. So I'm hoping if I do like a scoop neck, and not like, well, I don't have enough to make a long sleeve anyway, but if it's not quite up by my face, I think this will be really nice. So I also got a couple of new patterns, and I have been trying to like curb my pattern purchasing consumption for a bit here because I have so many patterns, and there are so many that I haven't even made yet. But I did end up getting two. So, and they're both new patterns. So the first one that I got is the Aster pattern from True Bias. This one I think came out like in July. It's like, so it's relatively new, but then they had the like end of summer Labor Day sale, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm still thinking about it. It definitely like had my attention from the time it was released, but I wasn't ready to buy it just yet. And then it went on sale, and I was like, oh, well, maybe. And then I saw, I think her Instagram handle is Melt Stitches, but I absolutely fell in love with this version, and I happen to have a really similar like fabric in my stash. So she used I think hers was like a bit of a bigger scale, but also a brown gingham. So I was like, okay, I just got to do it. I have the fabric. I really love that look. And I think it will be great not only as like a summertime dress in this linen, but I think it's something I could potentially layer up as like a pinafore. So the Aster dress has a square neckline and even like a square, what is this? Arm side, which I think is a fun detail. It's a shift style with, I can't remember if they are bust darts or French darts. And then they've got fisheye darts in the back, and then there's a button-up placket at the back, which I think is really fun. And yeah, so when I saw the version by Melt Stitches, I was like, I'm gonna just be totally shameless, and I'm gonna copy exactly what she did. because I basically have the fabric. So I don't know if I'm going to get to that right away. Yeah, I do have I did set out my plans for September, but it's also really warm right now, and making a tank dress from linen sounds really nice. So we'll see. We'll see about that. So that is the first pattern I bought, the Aster dress from True Bias. And then the other pattern that I got, this one, I had been thinking that I've had this picture in my head of a 90s style mini dress with raglan sleeves and kind of not a bustier, what's that called? The kind of the milkmaid bust situation. And the Seamwork Meg and the Tilly and the Buttons Mabel are similar, but I was really wanting a mini dress. But I wasn't quite seeing the design anywhere. And I was I know I've had this picture in my head, but I couldn't locate even an inspiration picture to search by. I just knew I really wanted this dress and had no idea how I was going to go about drafting it if I needed to do that. And as I was thinking about that and kind of looking around, I saw Pattern Scout has just released, well, she's just started her Patreon, and the first pattern on her Patreon is the beta version of the Joni dress. And I saw it and I'm that is it. That is the dress that has been in my head and I have not been able to find anywhere else. So I was going to subscribe anyway to her Patreon when she got that launched because I absolutely love Casey. I have done pattern testing with her before, and I really love her patterns so much. And this dress is exactly what I was looking for. So the deal with the Patreon and the beta version of the pattern is that you get the graded pattern, but there's not written instructions or any, what's that called? Diagrams or illustrations. So she did a video on how she put it together, and then she made the pattern, graded it all out and everything. So it's not quite a complete pattern, but I am so sold on this design. I am definitely ready and willing to try it. So I'm really excited for that, and it comes as a dress and as a blouse. So I was thinking that I would start with the blouse version, kind of get a feel for how it goes. So it is a raglan sleeve, and then there is shearing here at the sleeve. There's a drawstring around the neckline, and then there's shearing under the bust, and then for the blouse there's also shearing at the low waist. So I was thinking I would start with that. Oh, and then the dress has shearing at the back bodice as well. The blouse doesn't. It just has the shearing all the way at the under bust and at the waist points. So I got to looking around at my fabric stash, but also looking into my Doom box because I was looking at what my fall refashion projects were going to be. And I came across this dress, which I made in February, and I was gonna get rid of it, but then it just went into my box thinking maybe I could save it somehow, which is unlikely. Anyway, this is the NYX dress that I made back in February, and I really didn't like how bluesy the bodice was, but I think it is the perfect amount and a really nice texture and a beautiful color to be able to rework it into something that I can wear and that doesn't make me feel like an insecure middle schooler. So I believe because of the raglan sleeve, I should be able to get the front and back bodice just out of the skirt pieces. And then there's a lot of volume in the gathered sleeve. So I think if I take the sleeves apart, I should be able to get the raglan like little cap sleeve out of this dress that no one was wearing, wasn't getting any use out of that. So yeah, I think I'm going to take this apart and try to make a little Joni blouse out of it, see how I like it. If I like it as much as I'm hoping that I will, I think my plan for this blue fabric will change. And so instead of the Madhu top, I'd make a Joni blouse. So that is my thought with this one. Again, I really bought it for the like dress version. I really love that like baby doll 90s peasant. It's like a 90s take on like a 70s mini peasant dress. So I really, really like it. And I think it's really cool that Casey has released it on Patreon. So that is my goal with this one, and then the Aster dress for this linen. Again, I don't know when I'm gonna like fit these projects in, but they all kind of work with like the vibe of end of summer, beginning of fall. I mean, this is a t-shirt, like I could make it for any time of the year and I will get lots of wear out of it. But yeah, so we shall see. And yeah, I'm really excited to see how these go. I'll let you know, especially like for the newer patterns. I guess I'll try to make those up sooner than later so that I can report back. But yeah, we'll see. Again, I am like post-COVID and I did not have an easy bout of COVID. It was really rough and my energy is definitely like still recovering. I still have moments where like I'm short of breath, and yeah, so we'll see. We'll see is the point. So that is everything from me today. Some new fabrics, some old fabrics with new patterns. If you scooped anything up in all those indie pattern sales, let me know so I can like live vicariously through you. I definitely have enough patterns, but I love indie patterns. So yeah, let me know what you're planning on making, or if you scooped anything up in any of the sales, or if you're like revisiting old patterns and you're really excited about them. Tell me, because I love all of that. Yeah, I'm going to cut myself off because I have been talking so much and I'm kind of tired now. So thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. And until then, happy making. Bye!